Good morning. Today we are going to continue the previous lecture. The previous lecture was on administration of justice. The primary function of administration is what? Providing justice. And the first point in that we have seen, that is administration of criminal justice. Now we are going to see administration of civil justice. Now what is administration of civil justice? It is enforcement of rights. It is enforcement of rights. See, the criminal justice system works for what? Providing punishment. But the civil justice system is like for enforcement of rights. Now these rights can be divided into primary rights and sanctioning rights. What are primary rights? Primary rights are those which are not based upon some other right. They are primary rights. Those are basic rights. Now when these basic rights are violated, then you get certain remedies. That is the sanctioning rights or the remedial rights. Okay. See, primary rights are those which do not have the violation of another right. On the other hand, sanctioning right is one which arises out of violation of another right. We'll take an example. I am having right to enter into a contract. I am having a right to enter into contract. It means what? This is my primary right. But when this right is been broken, means I enter into a contract, certain terms and conditions have been fixed, and the opposite party, the other party, breaks those terms and conditions, means the contract has been broken. Now I am having the sanctioning rights. That is a remedial right. I can file a case against him. So those rights of filing of a case and all, those are remedial rights, sanctioning rights, while right to enter into contract, that does not depend upon any violation and all. Right to enter into contract, that is just a primary right. It is also called as a remedial right, because which one? Sanctioning rights are also called as remedial right, because it comes into existence consequent to the violation of a private right. Thus, one's right to be libelled or assaulted, not to be libelled or assaulted, is a primary right. But right to obtain pecuniary compensation for libel, that is for defamation, or assault, that is a sanctioning right. Right to fulfillment of a contract is a primary right. But right to recover damages for its breach is a sanctioning right. So the basic rights are called as the primary rights. And when these rights are broken because of that breach, because of that violation, you get certain other rights. Those rights are called as sanctioning rights. The enforcement of primary right is called as specific performance, wherein defendant is compelled to do the very act which has been agreed upon to be done. Means, we took an example. I am having a right to enter into contract. I enter into contract. The other party and myself, we are having certain terms and conditions. That is my primary right, that he should follow those terms and conditions. This is my primary right. But he does not follow it. He does not follow it. Therefore, I can file a case against him and I can compel him to do that concerned term, fulfill those terms, concerned terms and conditions. Okay. Now this will be what? The sanctioning right. The enforcement of primary right is called specific performance, wherein the defendant is compelled to do the very act which has been agreed upon to be done. Example, here it is mentioned, specific performance are proceedings whereby a defendant is compelled to pay a debt and to perform a contract to restore the land to the or property wrongfully taken or detained. Means to compel a person to give back the property, that is enforcement of the right, primary right. Or to compel him to pay compensation, or to compel him to perform that contract, terms and conditions, that is enforcement of the primary right. And for that enforcement, the person has to go to the court. In a case of sanctioning or remedial right, the purpose may be either imposition of pecuniary penalty upon the defendant, that is providing compensation to the plaintiff, providing for pecuniary compensation to the plaintiff in respect of the damages which are being suffered, isn't it? Therefore, this will be the sanctioning right, means providing compensation. These are remedial rights. Therefore, when a contract is entered into, I am having a right that the terms and conditions of the contract must be fulfilled by the other side. If it is not fulfilled, then I can go to the court for enforcement and get certain remedies. Those are my sanctioning right. Means the main concept of civil justice is what? Enforcement of the primary rights, and there are sanctioning rights also, which arise only out of violation of another right or violation of the primary right. Now when we see that there is a breach of a contract, you are having so many remedies which are provided under the contract law, isn't it? For specific performance of contract, the other is quantum merit, then restitution, rescission is there, and compensation is there. Specific performance of contract, compensation, rescission, restitution, and quantum merit. These are the 5 basic remedies which are there for breach of contract. So every primary right is being provided certain remedies which one has to go to the court, try to enforce that primary right, and the court is going to provide the remedies which are based in law. This is called as civil justice or administration of civil justice. Like we say, see tort, if a tort is committed. If tort is committed, then what happens? The person has to go to the court. The plaintiff has to file a case, and when he files a case, what he gets, he can claim for compensation. When he claims compensation, that is a remedial right. And when he is having a basic right that a tort should not be committed, a tort should not be committed, that is his what? Primary right, negative right. We will see that topic, legal rights. Then you will come to know the perfect right, the imperfect right, the negative right, the positive rights. Got it? This is administration of civil justice. We will see administration of justice. Primary function is providing civil justice and criminal justice. That is the primary function for administration of justice. The second is what? Secondary function. These two were the primary function. Now the secondary function. What are the secondary functions? The courts are providing, the state is providing. State has established the court for providing certain things. So what secondary functions the court does? It settles certain matters. It provides for divorce. It provides matrimonial remedies. It provides for partition. Means if in a joint family there are clashes and all, one of the person can come to the court for what? He is coming for division of the property as per his law. Therefore, these all are secondary function. The first is courts adjudicate on the claims of the citizens against the state also, isn't it? We are having a right that we can file a writ petition. We can file a case against the government. Those cases have been decided. Means you are allowed to file a case against the state in the court, and the court will adjudicate that matter. Another function is what? Court declares certain rights, like declaration of nullity of marriage or legitimacy of a child, isn't it? This is what? A declaration providing for probate. When a will is been made, the person goes to the court that the will is valid. The court provides for a probate, that is a certificate that the will is valid. That is also done by the court. Justice undertake the management and distribution of property also. Court is there for liquidation of company also. In company law we see that when a company is to be liquidated, one of the mode is what? The petitioner can go to the court for dissolution of the company. Therefore, justice undertakes the management and distribution of property, like liquidation of a company, or insolvency proceedings are also there. Means the person is declared here as insolvent, and thereafter what is done? Thereafter the whole his property is been sold off, and the money is been given to whom? His creditors. And again the supervision is also there, supervisory function is also there. Means the higher courts, what they do? They supervise the lower courts. Subordinate courts have been controlled by the judiciary. So these are the secondary functions. The main concept is what? Justice should prevail at any cost. That is, for that the three organs are there. If man was living in a very nice manner, he was fulfilling his duties and all. Therefore there was no chaos, there is peace everywhere. Right thing has been done by the person everywhere. Nobody is stealing anything, nobody is encroaching. Then there was no need of law. But this does not happen. Human nature is there. There are fights. So we know it. Therefore law has been created. Coercive power is required to control the people. And this coercive power is what? The law. And when the coercive power is exercised, law is in a position to tell this is right and this is wrong. You have done wrong. You are liable. You have to compensate. You will be liable. You will be penalized. It may be civil aspect, it may be criminal aspect, and this all is called as administration of justice. Okay, we have completed here the topic administration of justice. Bye bye. See you in the next video.